She looking for love in all the wrong places, but I ain't got the time, see I'm chasing big faces. I'm sorry I had to break the news to you, little baby, but all I wanna do is fuck on you.
Alright, I want to thank everybody for tuning in on today's podcasting show, Deleted or Repeated. And today I got another special guest for you guys. Today who we got here?
Man, we got Dog Food Yella, aka Finessing Yella, BKA Yellow Boy. The one and only, you found another, he's a phony. You did.
Oh yeah, man. I'm glad to have you on the show. I'm glad to have you. How you doing there? How your day been?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed and favored. You hear me? I'm blessed and favored, man.
For sure.
And the day I wake up above ground, I wake up winning.
Right. And man, I brought you on the show because you also had dealings with Soulja Boy back in the day. And not only that, you had your own motion. You had big motion back in the day yourself, but that's why I felt like it would be a good look and a good thing to bring you on the show and kind of fill us in on the rundown on it.
Most definitely.
But first we're gonna start it off. We're gonna start by asking you, where you from?
Man, I'm from Batesville, man. Cortland, South Side. Well, back then we were calling it Cortlandville, but now they call it the South Side. But Batesville, Cortland, that's where I'm from, man.
Right, Batesville and Cortland. What Cortland like out there? Is that more of like a?
Man, it's the country, man. The country, the county, the city. But you know what though? I grew up on right off of Highway 51, man. Right up there, right underneath the right down the hill from the brick house, man. That was the spot back in the day, man. The brick house, that's what they call it, man. That shit Black Randy and them started, with A-Dog. Man, shout out to A-Dog, man. That's my dog, man. But yeah, brick house, that was the spot back in the day,
Right.
But yeah, that's, man, Cortland, man, Batesville ain't Batesville got its rough parts and it got its thing, but Cortland though, they in their own lane, Cortland in their own lane.
Right.
But
okay, how was it, you coming up? Was it kind of like a poor environment, or was it like you having it environment, mom and dad already having it, or what?
Nah, I ain't even gonna lie, my daddy, boy, he was in them streets. My daddy wasn't even around, but man, grew up poor. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, we stayed with my grandma.
Right.
For, man, probably until we moved to Cortland, man. Like, shout out to my mama boyfriend, my stepdad. Like, he taught me everything. But I grew up poor. I remember like 11 years old, waking up on Christmas, didn't have nothing.
Right.
Like, not nothing. But man, that made character though. I couldn't, I was sad seeing our mother, little cousin, and stuff, but it is what it is. I couldn't do nothing about it. I'm 10, 11, but like I said, it built character though.
Right.
Oh yeah, and I ain't gonna say nah. I ain't have no emotion. I ain't one born with no silver spoon. Like, I wish I would've, but that's why right now I make sure, I trying to set my kids up for, they'll have a different environment and different, lifespan. They'll have a choice to, they ain't got to take no penitentiary chance like I did growing up. But, man, it's same thing. Ain't too many people born around Batesville that I know were born with a silver spoon. Like, we weren't even middle class. It was just low class, hand-me-down clothes, and all that. But like I said, man, I still blessed, I was still blessed. Like I said, made character.
Right. Okay, so do you feel like you had more pressure on you being a youngin'? Did you have to like step up and kind of play like a father role where take on some of the responsibilities of a father, like kind of help out with the bills? Or did you feel like you had to go out and make a little money to try to help out as much as you can?
Well, man, I ain't gonna lie, like my granddaddy, what I'm saying, when you growing up, like I was taught right from wrong. Shit, I did wrong on my own. Like, right. It's still, at the end of the day, you born poor, whatever, it's still a choice to do, do what you want to do, like to get your money. Like, it's still a choice. But man, 11, 12, like, my granddaddy taught me how to work. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, taught me how to cut wood and all that. Like, that's how I did. You know, we'd be out there cutting wood and all that, man. He don't give us a $5, but, you know, I'm saving that. And then my uncle, on my daddy's side, like, he was close to him, but he was, you know, he was, like a kingpin. Like, he taught me more of a, you know, like, cooking cocaine and all that. Like, taught me that early, at an early age. And on my mama's side, my one uncle, he was more like of a working man. I learned that from him. So I really had both, you know, both worlds. Right. Like when I get 14, I ain't gonna lie, now that's when I start, you know, mess with the cocaine, crack, you know, hanging at Bull Market, man. I ain't gonna lie, on 51, we hanging there every day, me and my cousin Tony, y'all. Right. Selling, you know, little crack, man, dummies, and that's how we're making, you know, making our little money. But 14, 15, that's when I really started making my own money. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only way I knew. Well, that's where I chose, put it like that fast money. Right. But like I said, I did wrong on my own. My folks taught me right from wrong, but you know, like I said, in life we all got choices. And I chose to do that, you know, because that's what I was used to seeing. Like, you know, like my uncle I looked at too, my daddy brother, like he was a kingpin, so that's what I really adapted to coming up. But, you know, I ain't say I was happy, you know, finding what I was doing, but, you know, it is what it is.
So do you feel like it had a big effect on you not having your dad around?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Like, not having, like I said, my granddaddy, my uncles, but still when that daddy, man, like, you know what I'm saying, your daddy, that make us different. Like, a woman can only teach you so much. Like I said, my uncle and them taught me stuff. My granddaddy taught me how to work, but it's just something about, man, having your daddy there. Like, that make it different, man. Like, a lot of choices I wouldn't have made, I ain't trying to put it on my dad, because when I became a father, I can see when you're in the streets, I can see how you can get lost in them streets, man. And so that's why I got older, I forgave my daddy, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, shout out to my stepdaddy though. He stepped up, man. He taught me a lot. He taught me, like, he had his own business. Like, I looked up to that. And like my one uncle, he had his own business. So that's what made me always want to be, you know, an entrepreneur. But yeah, not having that daddy, man, I made a lot of bad choices, like sports. Like I should have kept playing sports, but you ain't got that father figure on you, you know, to ride you, you know, to tell you like your mama. Yeah. You know, my mama wasn't hard on me. Like, she was like, man, you know, I did really what I wanted. Right. You know, barely going to school. Like, when I got in high school, like, missing a lot of days. But you know, when I started realizing, like, I'm the type, man, when somebody, you know, underestimate me and say, oh, you're gonna be like this, you're gonna end up like your dad. I love proving people wrong. So when they say I wasn't gonna graduate, end up in jail, so my junior year, I was at school every day, like I had to go to school my senior year every class, because I played around and missed so many days, so I couldn't miss no class, no credit. So, but you know, I got on my shit and, you know, turned up to prove people wrong. Right. And I graduated, you know.
Well, you know, coming up, you know, you didn't have your dad, but you did have your granddad and your uncle, you say?
Yep.
How was it, you know, staying away from the gang activities? Was you involved and pulled into some of the gang activities?
Yeah, because, you know, young, and then, like I said, I had my cousin really put me down with, you know, the gang feeling, you know, GDs, because my cousin from Chicago, you know. Yeah. When I was, you know, 15, then my auntie, her boyfriend was from Gary, Indiana. He was a GD, and I remember he gave me a book, like it was a literature book, and I had to learn all that stuff. And he told me, you know, learn all that. I had to learn like 7 chapters, and I had to recite it back to him in order, you know. And I really got put down. He gave me a set number and everything, like. So that's when, like, the game wise, that's why I kind of, you know, fell into that. But I wasn't out there, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit down out there banging and, cause, you know, claiming something else that I'm gonna like that, cause my uncle said, man, you can't be, you know, my uncle that was in the street, he said, you can't be on that gang stuff if you're trying to hustle, like selling dope. You can't, well, you're not gonna go get this man money because he claiming this. Like, nah, bro, you better, man, you know. But, you know, basically, really when at the time was like that anyway. You know, most of everybody, I almost know everybody and related to everybody. So, you know, but that gang, you know, yeah, I was messing with them gangs. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, I was. But I just wasn't, you know, I wasn't heavy in to be, you know, disrespect, and I'm respecting, you know, I'm respecting everybody else said, and I ain't finna, just cause this person claiming something different that, yeah, I got a problem with. Nah, I wasn't on that kind of time. I ain't even just, yeah.
I mean, cause me personally, I never could just get into like the gang activities or you know, just kind of having somebody breathing out your neck, kind of controlling what you do, kind of, you know. That's how I look at it.
Look at it, yeah. That's how I start. Well, you know, when he, like I said, when it taught me and gave me the lit, when you study it, you see, you know, Gangsta Disciple, like I said, Black Gangsta Disciple, you know, growth and development, you know, they didn't change it now, but it really was, it was formed really to be an organization to help the community, man. You know, like they say, real gangsters go out there and vote.
Right.
You change your community. Like that's why I don't smoke, bro. I don't smoke. Because if you're really going off of that, you ain't supposed to put drugs in your body, man. But, you know, smoking, but I don't do none of that. But on the other side of me, I was looking at it like, man, I'm a leader, bro. I ain't no follower. You know what I'm saying? I'm a leader. I ain't no followers. At the same time, you're supposed to be looking at Larry Hoover like a king. You're supposed to bow down to him. And, you know, even though the organization he built, it was supposed to be for positive, man. You just, you know, they locked him up, man, and then he can't control. You know, they gonna do what they want to do, but it's supposed to be something positive for the community. And but at the same time, like I said, I always felt like I was a leader, not a follower. So that's why I literally like just faded. But you know, I'm still claiming I'm still gonna show love to my, you know, brothers, like what I was supposed to do, like brothers of the struggle. But
well, yeah, like you said, at some point you got to feel like it did turn sour once he got locked up. You know, you can't control it.
You can't control it.
But you know, with all that, not being able to control it, kind of go haywire and make you look, or make him look even worse. You know what I'm saying? Because they label him like the kingpin. But let me ask you this: you know, a movement been going on where they've been trying to
free him.
Yeah, free him. Can you see that ever happening?
No. Got too much power, man.
Too much power.
You look at it, you read it. Gangsta Disciples. I'm not saying that I'm part of it. Like I know this stuff. You read it. They up there with Microsoft. It's funny, you know, one of the richest organizations. Like that man get out. That man, he got too much power. Like they didn't lock him up because the organization locked him up because how much power he had. You know, that's just like far like, you know, Craig Pettis. I don't know if you know him. You know, most people, you know, BMF and all that. But Craig Pettis, like I know that in person. Like my uncle, who I'm talking about in Memphis, like that was his partner. And they locked him up because the power he had and that money. And he, part of it too, he wouldn't tell, you know. But if you ain't got no power, like they want the person with the high power. Like they locking you up for that power. And you know how you can control people. Like, you know, it's just like Malcolm X.
Right.
They got to get him out of there. They had to get him out of there because how much power he had, you know, when you can control somebody, so many people, and you have that much power over them, man, like to make a person say, nah, we're going to go stand in front of the police station and stand there, you know, and march all night. Like, man, them people don't, I mean, I want to say it like that, but them white people, man, that's scary to them, man. Like, they don't want no black man with that much power.
Yeah, and I imagine it would be kind of hard to get back close to him again if they was to ever free him.
Yeah, but yeah, he know he ain't getting out, man. But he's a different, like, you know, he was young. Like when you young, you don't do, like you grow, your mind grow. When you're young, you do things as a boy, you know. But when you become a man, you look back at things, man. Like you listen to Larry Hoover, man, speak, and to some of them interviews, man. Like that dude is a changed man. Like he been changed, but you know you're in a wall in a cage for that many years. All you doing is reading. You know, you learning yourself. Like you learn a lot of things about yourself. Like I said, with this past year, man, I learned so much stuff about me and a lot of stuff I did. Like man, why I do that? Like why, you know? I be want to beat myself up sometimes. Like man, I'll be so far ahead if I would have did this. But at the end of the day, you can't, man. You just, especially if you got kids, you just make sure you teach your kids, man. Especially my sons. Like I teach them, like man, that life, that ain't, you know. What's wrong with getting a job while you going to school, being smart, trying to be a doctor, man? Don't follow no trend, trying to, you know, like, man, this I tell them like that music, that's just entertainment. Like my music, I tell them like, man, that's entertainment. Like when I'm with my kids when they young, I don't even play rap. I mean, if I do, it'd be all clean version. Like some of my songs, they love a lot of my songs, my kids do. Like, but a lot of them with a lot of, you know, cursing in it, I don't even play it. I don't even let them listen to it.
Same here.
Yeah, I don't, cause it's just like a movie. My kids see a movie, they think that's real. You know, they want to go do it sometime.
Right.
Music, man, that I hate to say it, some of it pours into the, you know, the youth ears. Like Pooh Shiesty, that boy, man, when he came, man, he had everybody wearing Shiesty, man, ready to, man, so you know, NBA young boys, they influence, like, it's crazy. Like Sexy Red, it just, it's music, man, like you can influence, like I've been there, like music, I just love music. So, like my era, I say, I'm trying to see who was popping, probably, you know, 3 6, man, you know, they was, you in the club or something, hearing that music, you know, put your signs in the face, gang sign, man, that makes you wanna, man, you know, it music makes you do some stuff sometimes that you don't wanna do. That's how I say, you know, it's that music, man, it's you know, it influences, it's you know, it really influences you, man. I ain't even gonna.
Yeah, I showed I don't like to let my daughter hear any of that. And it be times where her mom will be scrolling Facebook or Instagram and I hear some Sexy Red come on. It don't even have to be a Sexy Red video. It just had a Sexy Red song on something they'll be doing, like doing hair or something. And she kind of forget, and I just have to remind her, like, like, you feel what I'm saying? Where I had to tap on her and let her know, like, hey, just turn it. Don't even let her get influenced by it. You feel me? I try to keep my daughter steered away from that type of activity.
Because at the end of the day, that's, you do your part, but in this era we're in now, they still gonna, you know, because school, when you go into school, you know, it's supposed to be, they supposed to be learning education, but now it's more, they learn more bad habits at school now because, you know, the phone, man, this social media got us so poison, man. That's why I'm so much stuck in a hard place. Like the situation I got now, like I said, with, you know, the label, the big label, like they like, man, you gotta get active on social media, man. Just I'm like, bro, that ain't me now. I don't like social media, man. Like, you know, I just don't like it, man, because there's so much fake stuff and like people see, they think relationships supposed to be this way, perfect. Big people keeping up with trend. Man, it just, I don't like that social media, man. Like, I don't, but they were like, you doing music, you got to. But I told them, like, that's what, you know, they were like, well, you're going to have to let us run, you know, social media, you know, when the stuff start dropping. I was like, yeah, you can do that. You can get on there and post for me and do whatever, man. But that just, I don't like social media like that. I'm going to be straight up with you. Even though I know that's where it's at now. You on there making money, man, you know. That's a different thing, but some people just on there, man, just.
See, that's the thing. That's how it normally be. Like, the rappers that like to rap, half the time they don't even like the social media. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they just, I don't know why they just don't like to get into all of that. I can understand, like, that do be a lot of work too, you know, having to promote stuff, steady keep yourself posted. So they go get other people to do that for them. So, yeah, I understand.
That's because, you know, me, like I said, it's real. This is my first interview, man. Like, this is my real first interview. Like, I'm doing it, man, because it's the home team. I'm supporting. Like,
Right.
I like what you're doing.
And I appreciate it.
Like I said, I'm gonna have some big people checking it out, man. I'm all about trying to, man, help my hometown. Like, people been trying to get me to do interviews for years.
Right.
Like I said, Vlad reached out to my people, man, like in 2014. But I didn't know who Vlad was. Like, I didn't know who he was. But he might have been on his way then, or he could have been trending, but I don't know. Like, I didn't even get Facebook, man. I didn't even get Facebook until, man, I don't even know how long Facebook been out, but I didn't get Facebook probably until 2013.
Right.
When I was gone, I was like, man, I need to stay intact with my people down here, Because, every time some folks, like this social media is so crazy, you can have family members, say for instance, something happened, they won't even call you, but they'll get on Facebook and post it saying, this happened. Like, man, you got to find out through social media sometimes. Like,
it's crazy.
But that's why I started Facebook since when I moved away. And I was like, man, I got to stay intact with my, my family and see what's going on in my city.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was on it, but I would never posting. But then I started posting little by little. I started posting here and there. But overall, man, yeah, I ain't no social media guy. Like, I make a good friend, but I ain't friendly. I ain't even social, to be honest with you. I don't even like talking much, man. But that's why people don't even, when they hear my music, they be like, man, you don't even talk a lot. Like, they don't even be believing it's me until they just see me perform. When I get on stage to perform, I'm a whole different person, man. But that's that light switch. That's just that, I don't know if it's a talent or what, but I'm a different person when that music and it's time to get on stage.
Speaking of rapping, when did you start rapping?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Man, my auntie, like when I was like 8, 9, 10, she used to write raps. She used to write me raps. Sometimes she'll write other people that famous, write that song out and want me to rap it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes she'll just write a rap and I learn it and I rap it. Like, I was playing around rapping then, but I say when I hit 15, my cousin them, like, I used to be with them in Oxford. They had a big group in Oxford. That group was well known. I used to go with them everywhere. Like, I'm 15, they older. We in Memphis, Pontotoc, Coffeeville. They doing talent show. They doing all kind of shows. I'm with them. Like, sometimes we sitting in the car. All them niggas in there smoking, drinking. They rapping, freestyling off a beat.
Right.
And then I think one guy, man, I forgot his name. He was my cousin friend. He was like, he had just got out of prison. He was like, hey man, go on rap for me, man. You already with us, bro. You go on to rap. I was like, nah, man, I ain't no rapper. He was like, nah, man, go on. It ain't nothing to this shit. And he just started freestyle. I mean, he freestyled for so long. And then I was like, man, like, it looked so fun, like they sitting in the car. So I was like, man, when I went home, I wrote me a rap. I wrote me a rap to that beat.
Mm-hmm.
And then next time we was in the car, they were playing, my cousin playing the beat in the car. They had came up with the song because they about to get ready to go to the studio. And then he was like, man, you ready to rap? You ready to rap? And I bust the floor and they were like, oh man, we got to, that little young nigga bumping, man. You got to put him on the song. So that's when I did. And I put first recorded in the studio. I was like, yeah. And then how they were acting, people were acting when we were performing. I was like, yeah, that's when I started. That's when I started rapping, man. That's when I really just fell into it. Like, man, I love, like, man, this music, man, I love it.
Right.
But I ain't gonna lie, I never took music serious though. Like, it was all for fun. Like, I never took it serious. It was all fun and games to me.
So, when you was going to the studio, did you ever get the chance to work with superstar pride producer Don Loke?
Man, Loke, like in my era, I ain't gonna lie. When I dropped, I ain't gonna lie, man. Sandman, Sandman was that dude. Like I always was trying to get to Sandman, so I can, man, tell him I can rap, cause like I said, my cousin was doing their thing, but Sandman was like, he was on the radio, like local radio. So I'm like, man, I gotta get to him, man. But I seen him a couple times. I was young, but he, you know, when you got that hood fame and stuff, man, sometimes you can blow some people off. That's how some people feel.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm gonna give that's my boy. I'm gonna give him his flower, man. Lil C.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lil C, they don't never speak on, man. That boy he was my age. Lil C was, man, the younger one I know was putting it on wax. Like, man, he was with P-Lo and them. Like, his music was in the stores. Like Lil C. Yeah, like
that little
Calvin Smith.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Man, that boy be freestyling, man. Like, they don't give that boy his flower, man. But Lil C, outside, you know, Sandman, P-Lo and them, yeah, but youngest, like Lil C was doing his thing, man. Like, man, that boy was doing his thing. So I was like, man, I gotta get in there, man. Lil C doing it. You know, he young. I was like, man, I gotta get in there. I said, man, you know what? I couldn't never get to the studio. I ain't know nobody with a studio. And thank Don Loke now. I always heard Loke making beats. And Lil Quint, I would hear about him. Everybody was coming to me, telling me, man, you got to do something with Lil Quint, man. He, you know, but you know, like I said, at the time that song, Cousin County dropped, but I had,
right.
I came through like a superstar then. I was blowing stuff out. But Don Loke, I ain't never get to work with Don Loke, man, back then. Like, I ain't never get to work with Don Loke, because, man, I was so much in and out the city, man, in and out of Batesville, and man, like, I didn't never get to really work with Don Loke, but I always, like, that boy was always doing this thing, man. And Lil Quint, like, I was like, man, I'm more cold, but I just started getting heavy with Don Loke until probably, man, well, right back in 08, 09, before I left, I got some beats from him and stuff like that. My cousin from Atlanta that was singing and rapping, me and him were doing a lot of music together, and but yeah, Loke, I ain't never get in the studio with Loke, you know, while I was, you know, before I left here. Like, I didn't.
Right.
Now BL too. BL, I don't know, B. Ellis, that's my cousin. All of them my cousins. Now that boy, him and Loke, they was the two top producers I know in Batesville. Like, dang, what's his name? What's his name? Man, I forgot his name. Tragic, but he produced. He was young at the time.
Yeah, Tragic.
He was like Dominique, his cousins. He was telling me, man, my cousin be making beats, and I would listen to his beats, and he used to give me like a CD with a number of beats on it, man. He had some bumping beats on there, but you know, you get better and better over the years. Like, he was doing this thing at a young age. I give him that.
For sure.
And Malcolm too. He was doing beats like them. The only producers I know. When Big D, I forgot about Big D.
Right.
Like Big D back then, but them was only producers I know back then. Outside of Mississippi Barron, he was part of my.
Barron, right.
Now he the one, that was my in-house producer. So how we end up teaming up, you know, and we'll get to that. You know, when you ask a question, I'll let you know how we got to. You know, he was just my in-house producer, man. Like, we was in a group, so everything was right there. Like, and I can make, like, Barry making beats on the beat machine, and he had a keyboard. See, I can make beats on the keyboard, but I couldn't make them on the Fruity Loops or none of that. I just can do it, you know, keyboard. So on that, when we did that album, I had made beats on there. Barry did. Some beats, we all made them together. But yeah, as far as, then like I said, getting in the studio with Loke back then, nah, I ain't get to, but you know,
right.
Timing is everything. Like now,
For sure.
it's all that falling into
See, that's
place.
something he big on himself. He real big on time.
Timing, yep. He'll tell me, man, that boy so humble, man. I ain't gonna lie. That boy so humble, man. Right, we got some stuff in work, Loke, man. You know, I don't even want to speak on it because I don't want to, you know, some stuff, you know, artists do and people talk, like, I just sit back and let stuff happen. I don't get on social media like this for to happen, because sometimes you can mess it up, and sometimes if it don't happen, people looking at you like, man, well, you know. So that's why I just, you know, I sit back and I don't talk about it until it happened or I know it's about to happen.
Right.
But yeah, but Loke, man, that boy humble, man. I ain't gonna lie, Loke cold, man.
Very.
That boy cold.
Cold and humble.
Oh yeah.